Hi, this is Joseph Anthony of the Wonder Child blog. Thank you so much for stopping by. This is the beginning of a 12-part series of me reading from one of my favorite authors, Laura E. Richards. These stories all come from the book The Golden Windows. It's actually two books put together, The Golden Windows and The Silver Crown. So you can might even find The Golden Windows separately without some of the stories I'm going to read. So this edition, published, 1906, I believe, by Grosset and Dunlap, has The Golden Windows and The Silver Crown, two of her books of fables for children all put together. Well, I say for children, but yeah, she actually writes a book of fables for old and young. And what I'm going to do is read a story in each of these videos and give a little commentary. Each video is going to be about 2 to 5 minutes. So it'll just be a good boost for your day, perhaps a little lesson that may help inspire you or motivate you to do something you need to get done or something like that. So let's get started. This first story is called The Wheat Field by Laura E. Richards. Some children were set to reap in a wheat field. The wheat was yellow as gold, the sun shone gloriously, and the butterflies flew hither and thither. Some of the children worked better and some worse, but there was one who ran here and there after the butterflies that fluttered about his head and sang as he ran. By and by evening came, and the angel of the wheat field called to the children and said, "Come now to the gate, and bring your sheaves with you." So the children came, bringing their sheaves. Some had great piles laid close and even, so that they might carry more. Some had theirs laid large and loose, so that they looked more than they were. But one, the child that had run to and fro after the butterflies, came empty-handed. The angel said to this child, "Where are your sheaves?" The child hung his head. I do not know," he said. I had some, but I've lost them, and I know not how." "None enter here without sheaves," said the angel. "I know," said the child, "but I thought I would like to see the place where the others were going. Besides, they would not let me leave them." And then all the other children cried out together. One said, "Dear angel, let him in. In the morning I was sick, and this child came and played with me and showed me the butterflies, and I forgot my pain. Also, he gave me one of his sheaves, and I would give it to him again, but I cannot tell it now for my own." Another said, "Dear angel, let him in. At noon the sun beat down my head so fiercely that I fainted and fell down as one dead. This child came running by, and when he saw me, he brought me water to revive me. And then he showed me the butterflies, and was so glad and merry that my strength returned. And to me he also gave one of his sheaves, and I would give it to him again, but it is so like my own, I cannot tell which it is." A third child said, "And just now, as evening was coming, I was weary and sad, had so few sheaves that it seemed hardly worth my while to go on working. But this child comforted me, showed me the butterflies, and gave me of his sheaves. Look, it may be that this was his, and I cannot tell. It is so like my own." All the children said, "We also had sheaves of him, dear angel. Let him in, we pray you." The angel smiled and reached out his hand inside the gate and brought out a pile of sheaves. It was not large, but the glory of the sun was on it, so that it seemed to lighten the whole field. "Here are his sheaves," said the angel. "They are known and counted every one." And he said to the child, "Lead the way in." You know, as a teacher, there are some students who work very meticulously and everything's straight, and other children work, well, they don't really work, but they try to work, and they make it seem like they're working. It's messy and a little loose. And there's some children who just can't quite get it together. They can't quite fit in a regular educational setting, yet they're Their hearts are golden. They go about showing people the beauty of the world. And you notice he doesn't know what happened to his sheaves. He's so busy being nice and focusing on the beauty. He had gathered sheaves. You got to see that. He had done it. He also took time to see the beauty, right? And share the sheaves. And he was so busy being nice, he forgot where he put them, who he even gave them to. But he did the kind things. He stopped and did the kind things. And another thing I love about this story is the children, his worker mates, didn't forget him. They were loyal, and kind to him when the time came to gather in the sheaves. And, the angel, a little tricky angel there, he knew the whole time. And he knew they were inside the gate the whole time, I think. And they're all counted. Everything that we do that is good and kind. Everything that we do when we're looking for the beauty and helping others. It is all accounted for. So if you or you know any, if you're like this, or you know any students that are like this, they always, every child offers blessings. And often the one who doesn't seem like they're doing what they're supposed to do is sometimes offering the most blessings. So anyway, this is Joseph Anthony of the Wonder Child blog saying thank you so much for watching the first video here. Take good care.